Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a video about my travel essentials. 10 must-have items. If I'm boarding a plane, it's always going to be with me. Not going to waste anyone's time. Let's jump straight into the video. If it's a summer holiday, I'm taking these bad boys. What are they? These right here, guys, are the foldable straw visor hats. Look how nicely they fold down too. You strap them with the little elastic it comes with. Take that off. It just unravels fantastically, okay? And then you simply, using the Velcro, and there you have it. You've now got a wide brim sun hat. Depending on your hairstyle, this is always going to fit. I do a lot of chunky jumbo braids. Sometimes I have an afro puff. This is not going to be an issue. But this always works for me because I get ventilation and keeps the sun away from my face, okay? Next. In addition to those, I'm always going to take my flexible visors. These are perfect, whatever your hairstyle, stretchy, okay, but it's hard to get your hair or your head. This is perfect. Stretchable, soft on the ears, and you've got a nice wide brim. It does come in another version that is a wider brim, but also has a string feature, so you can literally, this will fit any head size, okay? So it's always going to be my flexible visors, if not all three, one particular color, and my foldable straw hats. If it's not a summer holiday, what headwear am I taking? Taking my slouchy beanies, okay? So if it's a winter break, it's going to be most likely both of these, okay? These are my two favorite colors at the moment. This isn't given all black, and this is a pop of color. These are fantastically stretchable. They will fit any style you've got. Chunky braids, massive heads, whatever it is. And on the inside is fleece lined, so very warm. In addition to that, I'm also always going to take my thermal snoods, okay? I always take two so that I can either have one in the wash whilst I'm out and about. And these are perfect because you've got the ear loops. They are going to stay up. There's no falling down with these bad boys. This I've had all the way to just below my eyes, still covering down to my neck. So they're quite long, okay? And as you can see, the material is very soft. All the items I'm showing, guys, will be linked in the description. These are all items available on Amazon, which is where I purchased mine from. If it's not going to be headwear, I'm going to insert a clip of the footwear I take, summer or winter. These are my footwear, okay? If it's a summer holiday, guys, it's always going to be my Crocs. These are cute. I've currently got Powerpuff Girls on there. So always going to have Crocs. They're comfortable. And then if I need them a little bit more secure, everyone knows how Crocs work. They're fantastic. Then I'm always going to have with me as well my Teva sandals. These are great all-terrain. I mean, they're a little bit messy. Sorry about that, guys. I was out in the park yesterday. But these are fantastic. You're going to get airflow to your feet. They're very secure with the straps. They're well cushioned, as you can see. Always going to bring both of these as a must-have any summer holiday. And if it's a winter break, it's going to be my UGG Bailey Bow. These are fantastic. These are cute. These are stylish. I have them in black and I have them in the brown, okay? Now, I might not take both, but one of them is always going to come. Depends what my outfits I've packed are giving, okay? But always going to have one of my Uggs just for a little bit of stylish warmth. But then I'm always going to also take the Dream Pair snow boots. These are solid, guys. These are rugged. These are when I'm doing a little bit more like when I was in Iceland. I didn't want to necessarily ruin my Uggs, then I'm going to wear these. They're fantastic. Moving on, the next item. I'm always going to take my packing cubes and I'm inserting a clip so you can see what those look like. I initially bought in the blue color, loved this so much, I had to get it in the gray. And you can see, guys, that you get so many different styles for the amazing price on the screen. These are essential. I've had the blue set for over 5 years now and they're still going strong. Zip quality fantastic, the mesh hasn't ripped, and you get options that are things for like storing your footwear, sandals. Highly recommend them, guys. If you've enjoyed the content so far that I've shown, do like the video, consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Moving on swiftly, the next item I always take, jewelry box. It's pink color, square, very compact, but solid. So your jewelry is not going to come to any harm, and it's got fantastic sectioning. Rings, You could choose what you put in there. I typically do rings as well, my more chunkier rings. You've got a little separate pouch here that just simply, if you want to separate something maybe a bit more precious from the other items, you can hang your necklaces on here. Doesn't have to be just 3. I've doubled up on these hooks. They're very strong. And then you've got a little clasp section here. Fantastic. Excellent. Always recommend, okay? Girl's gotta have her jewelry on holiday. Absolutely. This might be a bit of a surprise, but basically if you click the link in the description to my collection of Longchamp bags, you're going to see what I always take as my carry-on. So for that bag, if I choose to, which is almost always, I will have this in there just to give me some organization. Now, you can see that the middle insert can come out fantastically, and that gives you loads of space. You got these sectioning compartments here, and the same on the opposite side. You can see a lot's going to fit in the middle. If I want a bit more organization, you've got Velcro, and it just attaches. And there you have it. With the middle section, you've got a zipped compartment, non-zipped, non-zipped. Gives you so much more sectioning. The zip is very smooth, as you can see, guys, okay? Moving on very swiftly, the next item is an absolute must-have, always on every trip, winter or summer. Uniqlo nylon Crescent bag. If you know, you know. Now, I will also include a link to a dupe. I recommend either option, guys. Purchase from Amazon, purchase from Uniqlo. The option in Uniqlo is a fantastic price at full price, but it does go on sale. This is the Uniqlo one, and hopefully you can see that it's just got a wide compartment, but then you have this little section here, 2 little internal pockets, okay? But this is fantastic, guys. Like, I'll show you. So much can fit in here. So much can fit in here, okay? And I've gotten 500ml bottles of water. This is perfect, okay? The next item is a power bank. I need to be able to charge, and why I take this one is because it has that little shelf and it has this little stand. Now with this, you can have your phone propped up by your bedside, you can still read on the phone, you can be scrolling. It's fantastic, and this will do 2 charges, 2 full charges, at least it does for my phone, okay? Fantastic piece of kit. Absolutely a massive fan of this. The next item is more of a security feature. Thankfully, I've never had to have it activate, but this is basically it's a door stop alarm. So in the hotel room, because I do take quite a few solo trips, this would go right, like, everyone knows how to use a wedge, okay? So you put it like a wedge. No one should be opening your door. That's not yourself, because when you want to go out, you remove it. But say someone was trying to come in like an intruder, once they push the door, it's going to flatten this, which activates the alarm, and it's a shrill alarm, okay? You can set the volume here for how loud you want it to be and how sensitive you want it to be. It is just requiring a battery, so it's fantastic. Thankfully, never had to have this go off. And guys, the next item I'm going to show you are my flight bag and my cabin bag, okay? This, guys, last but not least, is my flight bag, okay? So you can see it's quite simple. Some might even say it's plain, but I like that it's all black, okay? It fits perfectly with the strap attachment on top of any luggage. So here it's just sat on top of my cabin bag. It's got a very wide opening. Apologies, guys. This is like a go bag, so it's quite filled with items as it stands, okay? It has got a strap, but I never carry this on my shoulder because it's going to be too heavy. Why would I do that? Okay, so if we take this off, it comes off quite nicely. And then you've got the Tripp cabin bag, okay? Now, this is a fantastic bag. It's got perfect wheel execution. It comes with the lock. This bag, guys, I highly recommend because sometimes I've made purchases, squashed it in, sat on it, still zipped, and it's hard, so it kind of like compacts and compresses the items. Highly recommend. These I've had years and they're so durable. Tripp is always worth purchasing, guys, and I've made it sure to link them all in the description, okay? These exact ones I have are still available, but if I'm doing like a very quick weekend break, might only need hand luggage, this is always going to come with me. If I'm going international, this will still be my cabin hand luggage, okay? So that's the flight bag and the cabin bag. That's it for the video, guys. Let me know what you think of the items I've shown you. These are my must-have items. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.